What's going on, guys? PC here, and welcome to another episode of Pickups. So I picked up quite a few games and video game related things over the last couple months or so, and I'm going to show them off to you in this video. I'm going to start off with some things that you've already seen before in previous videos. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll put links up on the screen somewhere here or in the description so you can check those out. But I'm going to start off with some things that were sent to me for free by a couple people, Adam Koralik and Dinky Dana. I'll start off with the games that Adam sent me. He actually sent me a couple manuals for Dreamcast games that I needed, which was pretty cool. And he also threw in these Saturn games, which was really awesome of him. First off, he sent me SimCity 2000 for the Saturn. I do like the SimCity games, but I'm not very good at them. Everything seems to start off all right, but everything just seems to fall apart later on. I can never maintain a city for very long before it just completely goes to ruin. But I do like the games. I'm looking forward to trying the Saturn version. I'm wondering how much different it is from the PC version, which is what I've played. I've also played the DS version as well. But looking forward to trying that out. Also, Myst for the Saturn. I've never played Myst before, so I'm looking forward to trying this out. I guess it's like a adventure point-and-click game. So, yeah, it might be interesting. Not sure if it's my cup of tea. I do like point-and-click games. I like the Monkey Island series, one of my favorite games of all time. And the Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle type games, I really like those. So maybe this will be up my alley. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. Also, he sent me this Sega Saturn bootleg sampler, which is basically a demo disc. It has some playable demos as well as some video clips on it. I already have this, but I have a second copy now, so that's cool. But anyway, a big thank you to Adam for sending these to me. If you want to see my original unboxing or mystery unboxing of these, which actually won't be a mystery now that you know what's inside the box, but but you can check out that video. It's my first ever unboxing in outer space, so that's kind of interesting. So you can check that out by clicking the link right here, and you can check that out. So next up, we have some games that were sent to me by Dinky Dana, again for absolutely nothing, which was really awesome of him, and awesome of Adam as well for sending me those games. So it's just awesome, the generosity of these guys. But I wanted to do a trade originally for these games, but unfortunately I didn't have anything in my trade list Dinky was really interested in, so he just decided to send me these for nothing, which was pretty awesome of him. But what he sent me was a few PlayStation games as well as a Dreamcast game. I'll start off with the PlayStation games. The first one is Jet Moto 2 for the PlayStation. This is actually the first PlayStation game I ever got, which is pretty awesome to have this back in the collection. I sold this a long time ago when I originally sold my PS1, so really cool to have this again. It's like a hover bike racing game. It's really cool and a lot of fun. Definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't already. Next up we have Crash Team Racing, which as many of you know is a kart racer. It's a lot of fun. I actually prefer Speed Punks on the PS1, which is a very underrated kart racer. I definitely recommend checking out Speed Punks or Speed Freaks if you're in Europe. But Crash Team Racing is a fun game as well. Also for the PlayStation we have Gran Turismo 2. I've never been a big fan of simulation racing games, so I'm not really sure if I'll like this or not. But I actually always thought Gran Turismo was just a racing around the track type of game. But this actually does look like it has a lot of different environments you can race in, which is pretty cool. So maybe I'll actually like this, who knows. But the main reason I bought this is because of some things I'll actually show you a little later here. But I've already mentioned it before. I got some Bleemcast discs for the Dreamcast, which is a PlayStation emulator for the Dreamcast. And this is the reason I wanted this game. So yeah, that's why I got that. So last up we have Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation for the Dreamcast. I'm not a big fan of the Tomb Raider games, but I didn't have this in my collection, and since I am going for a full US Dreamcast collection, I needed this game, so that's why I got this. But again, a big thank you to Dinky Dana for sending all these games to me for free. That was really awesome of him. A big thank you to Adam as well. So as I just mentioned, I picked up the Bleemcast discs for Dreamcast, which, as I've mentioned in a couple videos before, these are PlayStation emulators for the Dreamcast, and they are really impressive. Not only do the games actually play just as well as they do on the original PlayStation, they look a lot better. They even look better than they do when playing the games on a PlayStation 3, which is extremely impressive and quite a feat for back when these were released. But I paid $15 for all three in a lot on eBay, which is pretty good because they normally sell for around $10 a piece. But the games are Bleemcast for Tekken 3, Bleemcast for Metal Gear Solid, and Bleemcast for Gran Turismo 2. These are the only three that were ever released. Because of pressure from Sony, they eventually stopped making these. So, very cool to have these in the collection. I got a pretty good price on them, so definitely cool. So next up, I picked up a couple Dreamcast games from Amazon, and these I paid a little more than I normally would have, but I had an Amazon gift card to use, so I didn't really mind. And these are a couple of games that I really wanted. But the first one is Draconis, Cult of the Worm. This is a RPG similar in vein to, I guess, Diablo type of game, except this is played in third person instead of an overhead view. But I'm looking forward to trying this out. This is one of the first games that I ever saw and wanted for the Dreamcast. I saw this reviewed on Classic Gamer in one of the original episodes, and I've wanted it ever since, and I finally got it. Very cool to have this. The manual, unfortunately, the cover on the manual is torn off. It's taped on. But other than that, it's actually in pretty nice shape, so pretty good deal. I got this for $7.96, which wasn't too bad because this game's around a $10 game, so not too bad. I actually got a free baseball card with this as well, which is the first time I've ever received a free baseball card with a video game. But that's kind of cool. Also, I picked up Extreme Sports for the Dreamcast. This is a really cool compilation of sports in a video game. It's got ATV racing, it's got skydiving, mountain biking, snowboarding, and running, I think. But it looks really fun, and I've wanted this for a while now. I paid more than I would have, again, for this. Normally I paid about $10. I think it was $9.33 I paid for it. But this is one of the later Dreamcast releases, and it's a little bit, I mean, it's kind of pricey. It's not too pricey. It's normally around maybe $7, but which I could have gotten it for if I wanted just the disc only, but I wanted a nice complete copy, so I got that. But I'm happy to have this anyway. So another thing I picked up from Amazon is this Dreamcast VGA cable by Tommy. It's a very, very good VGA cable. It just came out, I think, a couple months ago. And it's only about $20 on Amazon, so I highly recommend picking this up. It's a very good quality cable, and the original VGA cables and boxes sell for around $30, $40, even $50 now. So this is a really good deal if you're looking to get the best video quality possible out of your Dreamcast. I did a whole video on showing the results of this through a up converter, so definitely check out that video if you're interested in this. You can check out that video right around here. There's a link there. I'll put a link in the description as well. But I paid $21.99 shipped for this, so this was a really good deal. So I'm happy to have that. Next up, I picked up this Super Nintendo game, which is Dennis the Menace. I picked this up for $3.99 on eBay. I picked this up mainly for my Fun for 5 challenge series, which I just started. You can check out the premiere episode right there, and it's basically a series where I have you go out and find a game that you've never heard of for $5 or less, and then film your reaction to playing it for the first time. I definitely encourage you to check out that video series. I'm looking forward to seeing some video responses from you guys. But this is Dennis the Menace. It's a pretty good game. I did look at this in that video, so you can check that out, but it's kind of random. It doesn't really seem to have much to do with the actual movie. So many weird, unrelated enemies in it. But it's actually pretty fun. It's not a bad game. But yeah, Dennis the Menace for the Super Nintendo. So next up, I picked up a third-party PS1 memory card. It was $4.99 on Amazon, and that's just about all I have to say about it. It's a memory card. Woohoo! So next up we have Dungeon Magic, Sword of the Elements for the NES. I bought this on eBay for $3.85. It's a dungeon crawling RPG, kind of. There's not too many dungeons in it. It's mostly outside and in towns and stuff that you're walking around this first-person view. It gets repetitive after a while. I kind of enjoyed it at the beginning because it was really, really challenging to level up your character. It's a very difficult game. But after a while, you just start fighting the same enemies over and over and over, and it just kind of gets repetitive. So, I don't know, it's an alright game. I'm sure there are much, much better first-person RPGs on the NES, but it's alright. So next up, I have a couple more games I picked up on Amazon. This first one, again, I paid a little more than usual, but I had a gift card to use, and it's a game I really wanted because I thought it looked really, really cool. And it is Bubba and Sticks for the Sega Genesis. I paid $6.14 for this. It's a different game for sure. Basically, you walk around this platforming level as a guy named Bubba. It's a hillbilly type character, and you use your stick to solve puzzles. It's really weird. I don't know, I think the best way to describe it would be kind of a point-and-click adventure type game. That's kind of the type of puzzles you'll be solving in this. There's a lot more puzzle solving in this game than I thought there would be. The first level is more platforming, and the next level you go to is actually a lot more puzzle solving. But it's a really cool and unique game. I would definitely recommend picking this one up. So the last game I picked up is California Speed for the Nintendo 64. I got this for $4.16 on Amazon, and there's a very specific reason I picked up this game, and that is because I used to have an arcade cabinet of this game in a pizza place near me, and I never could remember the name of it, and I just recently found it out, and I found out that it was on the Nintendo 64, so I wanted to pick this up because of that. I never really played the game that many times. I remember seeing it every time I went in to the pizza place, but I only played it maybe once or twice, but I remember thinking it was a really cool game, so I wanted to pick this up. So, very cool to have this. I'll probably do a first look video on this soon. So one more thing before I end this video. This is kind of a sneak preview of a video I'll probably have up next week, but I got this box in the mail just yesterday, and I'm going to unbox it in a mystery unboxing. So you can ponder on what you think this might be, but I'll give you a clue. There are a few game consoles in here. But that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to do a mystery unboxing probably next week on this, so look forward to that. But anyway, guys, that is another episode of Pickups. If you've enjoyed this video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.